Today we're talking about circumference and area of circles. Sorry, that's a little hard to read. Please fill in your lesson and date at the top of your paper. Your foldable looks like this. I have a few little puns and rhymes to help you remember. Spoken of circumference. So here's our circle, and here's a picture of the radius. The radius is the line segment that goes from the center of your circle out to the edge of the circle. It says, twinkle, twinkle, little star, circumference equals 2 pi r. So that's just a little rhyme to help you remember. If they give you diameter instead of radius, diameter goes all the way across through the center, then it's easier to use pi times diameter. So fill that in, please. On the other side, we're also going to be talking about area. It says, don't be square about area. It says pi r squared, but they are round. Ha 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 ha. So we have another circle here. Going from the center out is your radius. Your formula for area is pi r squared. So pi times the radius squared. Here's my little rhyme. Now is not the time to be scared. Circle area equals pi r squared. Hee hee hee. So I love little silly, cheesy things like that to help us remember. We're just going to do a couple of quick examples. One with a radius and one with a diameter to help us see an example of each. So first of all, at the top of your page, it asks, on the inside, it asks for the area. See the little blank there? The formula for each one. So fill that in. That the formula for circumference is 2 pi r, or pi times diameter. Diameter is really 2 times the radius, so that should make sense that we can just take out the 2 and the r and put in the diameter, right? I hope that makes sense to you. Sorry, my voice isn't good today. Formula for your area is pi r squared. Now that one we do need to find the radius each time. So even if they give us the diameter, we need to divide it in half to use the radius in that formula. So our first circle on the left side here for circumference is 9 meters. From the center out is the radius. So we're going to use the one that has the radius. I'm going to do C for circumference equals 2 pi r. I always start with the formula. So 2 times pi times r, which is 9. I'm going to use my commutative property here and make this 18 pi to make it a little easier to put into the calculator. If you use the pi button, you should get the answer that I get. It says round to the nearest tenth. If you use 3.14 for the pi instead of the actual pi button, you might be off by a tenth or two. So that's okay, but I'm going to be using the pi button, so it's probably best for you to just use the pi button on your calculator. So I got for that, I hope this is right because I just did it real quick. You might want to double check me. 56.5 meters. It was given in meters. And circumference is the distance around. I guess I didn't even talk about that. Circumference is the distance around the circle. So if I were to start, say, at this point, this is my starting point, and I go all the way around, or another way to look at it is if I cut that circle and I laid it out into one line, this one would be 56.5 meters. How much distance around the circle? The area is how much is inside the circle. Let's go to number 2 here where they give us the diameter. Circumference equals pi times diameter is the one we're going to use because they give us diameter. So pi times 17, or 17 pi, it should be just a little less than this because this is 18 pi. 53 4/10 is what I got for my rounded answer. So circumference is your distance around, just following the formula. If they give you the radius, use 2 pi r. If they give you the diameter, then, use pi times diameter. On the side for area, I'm going to do a couple of those. We have area equals pi r squared for our formula. We have pi, as always pi. And then this time our radius Can't really even see my face, but that's okay. Radius is 5, so 5 squared. 5 squared is 25. So pi times 25, or 25 pi, is, I get 78.5. This one should be in square units because the area inside would be the little squares of centimeters, centimeter by centimeter squares. So 78.5 square centimeters should fit into that circle. That's 5 centimeters radius. Let's do this one. Area equals pi r squared. We have to have r in this one, and we have diameter. So if the diameter is 24 meters, then the radius is only from the center out, so it's half of that. So r equals 12 meters. So now we can fill in for the formula right here. Pi times 12 squared is pi times 144. Remember not to do 12 times 2, do 12 times 12. It's squared, not times 2. And for that, I got 452.4. Again, square units, so square meters for that. So I'm going to have you do the rest as your in-class assignment, or after you're done with the video. Just follow the formula given. Remember, circumference is the distance around, and your area is the space inside. That's it. Just follow that formula.